either Jesus never said those words, or either Jesus was not a righteous servant, or your computer explodes and then just disappear.
Whichever comes first.
Hello?
Hi, Josie. Are you there? Hi.
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
Yeah,
Good. How about yourself?
Can you guys hear me okay? Is it echoing?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah. Where are you calling from?
From Chicago, United States.
Okay. Did I pronounce your name Josie correctly?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, what's on your mind today?
Well, so I'm Christian, and I just had a couple of questions about just Islam in general, and I have a lot of Muslim friends, and we have discussions all the time and stuff like that. But then I watch other channels, such as like those apologist channels and everything, and I get confused because, for example, I was reading in the comments, and somebody had said, in this comment section right here, how in the Quran it says about Allah being the best of planners and stuff like that, but then also it says in the English translations, it differs from planners to deceiver.
Which English translation are you referring to?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Give
asking.
me one English translation written by a Muslim. Wait, Josie.
Okay,
Give me one English translation that has been written by a Muslim where he says deceiver. I challenge you.
Well, no, that's why I'm asking, because
you said you read translations. I want to know.
No. I said in the comment section, somebody has said that it says in some English translations it says, that's why I said planner first, because from what I've read, that's what I saw.
There is no English translation that is written by a Muslim, okay, where it says deceiver.
Like I said, that's why I said planner, because from what I've read, that's what I saw. But
did you correct the guy in the comments? If you're upon the knowledge, why didn't you correct them and say, "Hey, man, it doesn't actually say deceiver; it says planner."
Well, no, I'm not knowledgeable in this, so that's why I waited to ask you guys.
What did you come across? You said that you have read planner, so you did your. And by the way, I think you're a nice guy. Okay, I don't think you have any ill intent as of yet.
Nice guy called himself a crusader.
Yeah, I think the crusader title's a little kind of
not nice.
Right? But it's so look. I'm sure this is not your first time running into this issue, right? Especially if you're taking upon the title of a crusader. That means that you're vehement about something, some type of an ideology, right? Okay. So through your research and through your reading, if you came across planner and you saw somebody committing an injustice by saying deceiver, you as a good Christian should stand up and say, hey, this is an injustice. You're lying upon somebody else's holy book. Even though it's not my holy book, you're lying upon somebody else's holy book. And as a good Christian, I have to stand up and correct you. And here's the reference. It actually says planner.
Right, which is why I'm asking you now.
What are you asking?
Well, I'm asking why do people say that if it says planner? Are they being? Is it just because they're being dishonest?
Yeah, they're being disingenuous and they have an agenda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, Josie.
Okay.
If God wants to save his servant, can he do that?
Of course.
Okay. Would you call him a deceiver if he does that?
If he saves his servant, would I call him a deceiver?
No. For saving his servant, the action that God takes, would you consider that to be deception?
No, of course not.
Okay. So when Jesus, in the Bible, it says that God will not abandon his servant.
Right.
In the Old Testament, you consider Jesus to be a servant of God?
Yeah, he came to fulfill God's will on earth.
Yeah, a servant of God. Yeah.
Yep.
Would you consider, if God doesn't abandon his servant, then why does Jesus on the cross say, my God, why have you abandoned me?
Because he was referencing a verse in the Bible from the old from before.
Even if he was referencing, does it apply to him?
Yeah, it does, but he didn't.
Okay.
He,
So the
it's not
question
like he.
still remains, why did God abandon him according to Jesus?
Well, he didn't abandon him because as soon as he
Was
said
Jesus
that,
telling a lie?
no, he wasn't telling a lie.
Okay, so if it referred to him and Jesus actually spoke those words when he was on the cross and he's not telling a lie, then the question still remains, why did God abandon him?
Well, I mean, I don't get how that would be abandoning him if.
He said it. My God, why did you abandon me? Those are his words according to the Bible. Ilahi, Ilahi, lama sabachthani.
Josie, he says,
In his
"Why did
language.
you abandon me?" So
Yeah,
you're getting the contextual reference right there, in a sense that it already happened, and now he's questioning why. He didn't say, "Why are you going to abandon me?" He says, "Why did you?"
Yeah.
Do you understand? So that's the root of the issue, bud. And
So what do you think is the answer to that question? Why was Jesus abandoned by his God?
I think you muted you.
I'm sorry, Muris, could you repeat that again, brother?
Yeah, sure, no problem, bud. So he says, "Why have you abandoned me?" Not why are you going to abandon me. He says, "Why have you abandoned me?"
Right, like current tense, like current tense.
No, it's past.
Past tense.
Right. So something has transpired. Something has come to pass.
Right.
What that something is the abandonment. Right.
Oh, right. It's not abandoning; it's abandoned. Okay.
Yeah, abandoned. Why have you abandoned me? Right. So the abandoning has already happened now, and he's questioning why. So what Brother Hashim was doing was giving you the two references to show you that if one of them is saying that he's not going to abandon his servants, and then one of his servants was abandoned, you now have an issue.
Yeah. This
right.
is the
okay. I understand where you're coming
this
from.
is the verse I'm referring to. Matthew chapter 27, verse 46. It says, about 3 in the afternoon, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, which means, my God, why have you forsaken me?
Right.
How would you respond to that?
Well, I would say because Jesus is divine but part human when he came into the flesh, that he's obviously still experiencing the pain and the misery of what the Romans did to him. So
yeah, but he wasn't complaining about the pain. He was complaining about the fact that his God abandoned him.
Well, I just think it has to do with the fulfillment of prophecy and.
So the prophecy was to abandon the Son of God.
Well, no, the prophecy was from what he was repeating from Psalm 22.
No, but even if he's repeating, you said it applies to Jesus. So the same question remains. Why did Jesus feel he was abandoned? And what was the reason for that? Because God does not abandon his true servants. Here, Jesus is clearly a true servant who's been abandoned. So either the Bible has contradictions or these are not the words of Jesus. Which one is it? That's a catch-22, by the way, speaking in American terms.
What was that last part?
That was a catch-22 for you, because
Okay.
it's either a contradiction
Right.
in the Bible or Jesus. Those are not the words of Jesus. Either way, you're between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and by the way, Josie, just to give
Yeah.
you a mental break, right? That's why I'm electing to talk. I don't want you to feel like we're throwing you at a tailspin apart.
No worries, brother. No worries. That's why I came.
No worries, dude. We're trying to get you to critically think, because
Yep.
all of us here, we want you to be upon truth, just like you want us to be upon truth. And when we read the literature, there are certain things that we had difficulties reconciling. and we've been at this for quite some time. And now we're presenting that problem that we had of reconciliation over to you. And now this may be the first time that you're hearing about it. Typically, what happens is your brain will start to go towards a defensive mode, saying, oh, okay, there was this prophecy, or, oh, okay, there was this an experience that needed to be happened, or, oh, okay, he was still, in his divine / human so, but it doesn't solve the problem. It gives you a polemical explanation where you want to go to put a Band-Aid over an infected wound, but that wound is going to fester and the infection is going to spread. So the issue is we need to actually cure the infection, and the only cure is truth, and the truth of the matter is the catch-22 that Brother Hashim had given to you.
Let me show you the other reference from the Bible, which clearly stipulates the point I made earlier. Okay, this is Psalm chapter 37, verse 27 to 29. Brother Muris, you want to read it?
Sure. So 27, turn from evil and do good, then you will dwell in the land forever. For the Lord loves the just and will not forsake his faithful ones. Wrongdoers will be completely destroyed. The offspring of the wicked will perish. The righteous will inherit the land and dwell in it forever.
Okay. So was Jesus his faithful one?
What was Jesus is what?
A faithful servant of God?
Yes.
Okay. And what does it say here? That the Lord loves the just and will not forsake his faithful ones. So according to that passage I showed you earlier, Jesus was forsaken by his own words. My God, why have you forsaken me? The exact same term is used here. That he will not be forsaking his just and faithful ones, but Jesus clearly was forsaken according to his own words. Even if you bring in Psalm 22 and you still think that is a prophecy about Jesus, but the same question would apply then, if that is indeed the prophecy about Jesus.
Brother, one second. Do one of the other brothers mind speaking real quick, just so I can see if it's my microphone or my speaker that's messing up? Because I kind of hear it kind of weird from you, Mr. Hashim.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear it perfectly from you, Muris.
Okay.
So is this my mic? Okay.
Now I hear you better. Now I can hear you better, brother.
Okay. What I was saying is that over here in Psalm 37, 28, it says, for the Lord loves the just and will not forsake his faithful ones. But Jesus acknowledges that he was forsaken.
Right.
What you have is either a contradiction in the Bible, or what you read earlier from the same Bible is not the words of Jesus in Matthew 27:46. So which one is right? Which one applies?
Well, in my opinion, I still don't think it's a contradiction, only because of the fact that he did say those words, but
he didn't mean it.
But God delivered him right after. So
no, but
even if Jesus felt that way in that moment,
hold on,
bro.
Okay. He abandoned him. Okay, that's a reason they could kill him. Otherwise, when it says God does not forsake his faithful ones, it means God will not abandon them, will not leave them to their peril, will save them.
Yeah, this is let me give you another small mental break again, Josie. So the same reasoning, the same path that you're taking right now is the same reasoning that many Christians use in regards to his divine nature needing to experience death. And you guys jump to the resurrection, but you completely ignore that you have an issue when it comes to divine nature dying. So you did the exact same thing here with that train of thought. You jump to the deliverance, but you're missing the point. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, again, this is the thing with the Christian theology, is it makes you just stop and then leap a chasm and accept a non-answer in order to get to the other side. And this isn't the way
and that's in reference to me saying that he didn't abandon them, even though you believe he did.
It's not. It's a matter of what you're saying and what Jesus is saying. So now I have to put it apples for apples, right? Do I believe you? Or do I believe Jesus? If Jesus says that he was forsaken, and you're saying no, he wasn't, who's the liar?
Right.
Right. Okay. So then you said that you don't see it as a contradiction, right? And then you jump to, well, he was delivered from this. So what you're not seeing as a contradiction is the delivery, but the contradiction is a step before that. So we're telling you, hold on, don't jump to the deliverance, which, by the way, he wasn't delivered, he was killed, right? So you got to take a step back, okay? And now I'm curious as to what's your understanding of what a contradiction is.
Well, if I say something and somebody says something else it's the complete opposite or negates whatever I just said.
Yeah, and both of those cannot be in play, right? So like
right.
Okay, so then now the Bible is saying that the righteous servants will not be forsaken. This is the biblical position in accordance to what Brother Hashim showed you in the book of Psalms. And then also the Bible is saying that Jesus said that he was forsaken. So either A, Jesus was not a righteous servant, B, that scriptural passage is not correct. Do you understand?
Oh, shit.
You okay?
You okay, dude?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I cut out, brothers. I apologize for swearing.
It's all right, man. Besides, I have a nice explanation for that word. So just to give everybody a mental break about that. So they used to carry.
I apologize.
They used to carry manure on ships, and it would be in the fuselage, like the lodge. And then when they carried the lanterns, the ships would explode. So they put a marker that says "ship high in transit." So they used to put it outside so that the methane gas wouldn't build up. Okay. So anyway, so what I'm trying, let me bring it back now. So either that passage is incorrect, either Jesus never said those words, or either Jesus was not a righteous servant, or your computer explodes and just disappear.
Whichever comes first.